Now we'll see normalization part 2. That is, we saw what is normalization. Normalization is a process of organizing data in a database and to eliminate redundancy to achieve data integrity in a database. Okay, so we have many types of normalization. So already we saw first normal form, second normal form, third normal form. Now we'll see BCNF, fourth normal form, and fifth normal form. Okay, BCNF is Boyce code normal form. So if every determinant is a candidate key, then that table that relation in a BCNF. Okay, so a determinant is an any attribute. Okay, so that may be a simple attribute or composite attribute on which some other attribute is fully functionally dependent. Okay, so on one attribute, other attribute is fully functionally dependent on it. Okay, so consider an example: client number and a client interview date, interview time, staff number, room number. Okay, so this is a table. So this table is going to split according to the BCNF. And one more thing, BCNF, if we are going to apply BCNF, means that table should be in a third normal form. Okay, so when a relation has more than one candidate key, we have anomalies, so we should apply BCNF. Okay, so that means candidate key with at least one attribute in common. So here client, consider client number and interview date. Okay, so that is that determines interview time, staff number, and room number. Okay, so similarly another function you take staff number and interview date and interview time, that determines client number. Okay, so consider another functional dependency room number, interview date, interview time, that determines who is the client and who is the staff taking interview. Okay, similarly staff number and interview date determines a room number. Okay, so according to these functional dependencies, we can split this into two tables, that is interview table. So interview table, we have client number, interview date, interview time, and staff number. And staff room, we have a staff number, interview date, and room number. Okay, so here staff number and interview date will be common in both the tables. Okay, so once we have applied BCNF, then we can add, we can do fourth normal form. Okay, so we can reduce the multiple sets of multi-value dependencies. Okay, in the fourth normal form. So fourth normal form, when it meets the requirement of being in third normal form, and additionally that means we have to satisfy third normal form, and additionally we should not have multiple sets of multi-value dependencies. So we can say that fourth normal form, as no entity can have more than a single one-to-many relationship with an entity. That means many-to-many relationship. Uh, Relationships table, we apply this fourth normal form. Okay, so simply fourth normal form should be in a BCNF, and it contains no more than one multi-value dependency. Okay, so consider an example here: employee skills hobbies. Okay, so many employees has many skills and has many hobbies. So here multiple values and multi-value dependencies are here. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to split this table into two tables, like employee skill one table and the employee hobby one table. Okay, so that means employee 1 as a skill programming analysis, employee 2 analysis management, and hobbies 1 as golf and bowling, 2 as golf and gardening. Okay, so we have uh, splitted this table into two tables because here we have multiple multi-valued values in an attribute. So the next one is fifth normal form. Fifth normal form, there you should that table should be in a fourth normal form, then only we can apply fifth normal form. Fifth normal form we call it as a project join normal form, and it cannot have a lossless decomposition. Okay, so here we are going to split as many possibilities to smaller tables. Okay, so in between all the tables we have some joint projection, that's why we call it as project join or joint projection normal form, and it should not have any trivial joint dependencies. Okay, so consider and simply we can say, so this fifth normal form should satisfy fourth normal form, and it cannot have a lossless decomposition. Okay, so consider an example: buyer, vendor, and item. Okay, so now we are going to split into as many possible, that is buyer vendor on table, okay, buyer item on table, and vendor item on table. Okay, so here we have joint between all the relations, that is all the tables. Okay, so that is fifth normal form, because in the original buyer vendor item table, uh, that a person starts to sell jeans, and then how many records must you create to record this fact. Okay, so this is the problem here. That means, so we have cyclical dependencies. So that we have cyclical dependencies means the buyer depend on vendor and vendor depend on item. So these all have some dependencies over it. So we are splitting into many tables. That is fifth normal form. Thank you.